Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. How's everyone doing today? I hope I find you well, and I hope you're having a good one. I hope you're having a good weekend. Today is Sunday. That is right. Today is Sunday, the 12th of July, 2020. I am Darkside Phil. I welcome you here to a full day of streaming. Starting off fun here. Hope you guys are ready for good variety today and some returning stuff, which is always nice. So, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Well, what a fun and interesting night, to say the least. So, let's talk a little bit about what happened on last night's late stream. And let's talk a little bit about, me talking about it publicly and reactions to it. Because I had a night of laughs. And I purposely didn't say anything about it at all while it was happening. Because I didn't want it to stop. Quite frankly. Okay? So, let's talk. First of all, last night I was playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay? And we had a good stream. It was actually lots of combat and some really big plot developments. Like, we finally got to find out what was going on with some of these villains. Actually had a straight-up fight, big boss fight with one of them. And I didn't know that was going to happen. As you know, I play games cold. I don't research stuff ahead of time when I play games. So I didn't know what to expect on last night's stream. Come to find out, it ended up being a very, very involved part of the game. Okay? So, as we're playing Fire Emblem last night, having fun, having a good time. Admittedly, contributions to the stream were a little on the slower side. And as we were starting to approach the end of the stream, people started bringing it up constantly in the stream chat, which I knew would happen. This happens every time that we're on a stream where we're not we're not close to hitting the tip skull, and we're nearing the end of the stream, especially on late streams. People just make it basically the whole focus of everything to talk about this. Now, it's funny because, I react to what you guys are talking about on my stream, right? That's the whole point of an interactive stream. If you guys are talking about the color of the sky, we talk about the color of the sky. If you guys are talking about really detailed, microphysicist theory, we talk about that. All right? But in general, the vest streak is one of the biggest things, one of the most positive things for sure that's happened in my content for years and years. So people, really enjoy having the streak continue. They enjoy when it gets hit and they kind of celebrate. I put on the vest for silly, right? And so, with last night's stream, all right, basically we're nearing the end. I'd say probably we had about a half an hour left, and I was like, we're about halfway to the goal. So FYI, this may be the end of the vest streak or whatever. So admittedly, people talking about it, and there were some people who were contributing to try to make it happen. But basically, we didn't hit the vest goal, all right? Just being honest here, we didn't hit it by the time when the stream normally would end. But by chance, and it really was chance, I was in the middle of a fight that's a really long fight, probably the longest fight so far in the game. And I was in the middle of, it was a two-layer fight with FMV cutscenes and everything in between them. All right, so I had to go overtime. I wasn't going to stop the fight in the middle, keep going, finish the fight and everything, get to the next logical stopping point of the game. So I kept going. And as I kept going, I'd say probably about 5 minutes into the overtime segment, we did hit the tip skull. Okay? So that's all that really happened on the stream. I'll be honest, I was like, wow, I was nervous because, number one, we really didn't hit it. By the time that normally I would have ended my stream, we didn't hit it last night, okay? So it was just coincidence that I happened to be amidst a giant, lengthy boss fight that gave us some extra time that I ended up hitting it, all right? And I even said on stream, I was like, man, That was a rough one. You know, that was like, and here's the thing. I said a comment that I kind of wish I didn't say. I said that was kind of like pulling teeth because I didn't really mean it like that. What I meant to say was that was pretty stressful and it was very tense and we didn't know if we were going to hit it or not. You know, that's what I meant to say. Pulling, when you say it's like pulling teeth, it's more like, man, that was torture. It wasn't torture. You know, I was having fun with the game and everything while all this was going on. Of course, everyone in the stream chat was absolutely freaking out about the vest streak being over and stuff like that. Okay? But I didn't mean to say it like that. And now I look back and I'm like, man, I shouldn't have said that because that's definitely not what I meant to say. What I was saying was it was very suspenseful, very tense, stressful, you know, because I'm trying to play this game and do this big boss fight while everyone else is kind of freaking out about the vest streak, the vest streak, the vest streak, right? But I did hit it, okay? And I want to say thank you if you were here yesterday for that stream and you contributed. Thank you very much because that was tough. And it, you know, after 179 straight streams of hitting the streak, it legitimately almost ended last night. Okay, it legitimately almost ended. All right. So, you know, I posted this up as such on Twitter. I said, yeah, you know, technically the vest streak was not hit because, you know, by the time that the stream normally ends, we didn't hit it. But luckily I had to go overtime, and because of that, we hit it. You know, and now I'm wondering, are we going to hit the 200 streak? Because the thing is, I talked about this last night. I have ordered some stuff for the next 200 streak celebration festival. All right. I didn't order anything for the 151 because I thought I was going to find some stuff in stores and things that I could use. That was a complete disaster. There was nothing. The stores are empty around here. Maybe now they're starting to get restocked, maybe. But when I went and looked, I couldn't find anything because basically, you know, all the stores out here are just, you know, not even open a month yet. And, excuse me, they're working on restocking and everything. So that was not a good idea, I guess, although I was hoping it would have been, but it didn't work out. So this time I ordered some things online for the next vest celebration. And, you know, I literally just did this yesterday. I just ordered stuff online yesterday. Right? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Now the vest streak ends as I just ordered and prepared stuff. Now, the other thing is, guys, I definitely need your input, guys, because I need to know what you would like to see for a new DSP Tries It coming up for the 200 streak celebration if we hit it. Not saying it's a guarantee we're going to get to it, but last time around, you guys gave me great ideas. It was the Papadillas from Papa John's, and then it was trying the Impossible Whopper. So what would you guys like to see in regards to a new DSP Tries It, all right, coming up on this next celebration? And by the way, the next celebration would be at the end of July. It's going to basically be not next week, but the week after. I think it would be like on Friday, so a little under 2 weeks from now. That would be the timing of, you know, the next celebration, I guess. No Sniper Diss, I'm not eating the bucket of Wendy's chili. We all know what the Wendy's chili is, and it's disgusting. Polish Trucks is another buttery jack. No, I'm not doing another buttery jack. I already did the buttery jack. You're asking me, guys, to do stuff that I've already done that's gross. No, I want to do something new. I don't want to do something I've already done that I already know is absolutely disgusting. That's what I'm looking for. New ideas, okay? So, Arby's. Sadly, the Arby's around here closed down. And it's funny because I liked it, but they closed down, and we looked into why they closed. It's because they violated the health code so egregiously that they were told that they had to shut down. I can't imagine what the inspectors found, but apparently there was a monstrous, egregious violation of the health code to the point where they were ordered to shut down. That's pretty fucking bad. So I'd rather take no Arby's than a harshly violating health code Arby's. So, anyway, please look, if you guys can give me some suggestions on what I could do for a DSP Tries It. I need an example within, say, about 2 weeks, a little under 2 weeks here. I need an idea of what to do, and you guys have come up with great ideas so far, so please, if you could look into it and let me know what you think. If there's anything new out there for me to try or whatever, or something maybe that you wanted me to try and I didn't get to it, I'd consider it, okay? Dark Ghost Boy says, what about the Popeyes chicken sandwich? I mean, it's been a year since that thing was popular. If you guys really wanted me to try it, I guess I could. Maybe. All right. All right, so a couple people are saying that. All right, that's a good suggestion, the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Okay, cool. Anyway, getting back on topic. So last night, we came down to the absolute wire, and it looked like I wasn't going to hit the goal. Then I did hit the Vest Street goal. Thank God. It was really awesome that, again, this positivity of keeping this up, it's amazing, and thank you for that. So we hit it, and I post up on Twitter about it, and I'm like, yeah, basically, we didn't hit it in the normal time, but I had to go overtime. We hit it, and, it makes me nervous about if we're going to get to 200, but at the same time, thanks for allowing me to hit it. So that was that. So then, I uploaded everything. I just start to check Twitter. And oh my God. To say that my Twitter account was the home of Morton Salt would be an understatement. Like, there were people who were so upset that I hit the tips goal again and the streak continued. They were so upset. I could see, whatever. We don't like Phil. We don't want him to be successful. No, this is like way beyond that. This is like to the point of these people legitimately are losing their minds. That I have seen this level and this continued level of support and success over the past few months. These people can't handle it. It's like in their really twisted and messed up worldview, the fact that my streams have been good and successful for the last 4 months, it's like it's completely destroyed their fabric of reality. Like, they just cannot handle it, that I would have an audience that supports me. They can't take it. They seriously can't take it. It's just so funny. So some of the things I saw, you only hit the goal because you kept talking about it. It's like, well, I'm an interactive streamer, and I talk about what my audience talks about. And if all my audience is talking about is the streak and the goal, because we're at the end of the stream, it looks like a 179 stream streak is going to end, then obviously I'm going to talk about that too. Also, let's be honest here. This is a business, right? That means that the biggest thing going on in the business that I'm going to talk about it. Oh my God, yeah, guys, there's 30 minutes left. FYI, if you want to see the tips goal continue, you gotta contribute, by the end of the stream. It's not like all I'm doing is talking about it. I was playing the game. I was continuing on with this boss fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's hilarious to me that people think that because I mentioned it on the stream and because there was some advertisement for it on the stream, that somehow negates support of a stream. Like, on what planet do you live that Twitch streamers don't advertise or talk about fundraising? Where does this happen? Because to my knowledge, this happens all over Twitch, not just my stream. Like, I'm at a loss here. Okay. The other one that really got me is that I didn't actually hit the tips goal. This is the best one because this is like full on tinfoil hat conspiracy nonsense. Phil did not really hit the tips goal. This is a lie. This didn't happen. All right. Either one of two things happened. Either the tips weren't legit. Phil, didn't hit the tips goal, but he has a secret system set up where if he doesn't hit his tips goal, he has a network of spies who watch his own streams and send him his own money. I'm not kidding about this. This is actually a running conspiracy theory that these people have, that if I'm not going to hit the tips goal, I have people who I have set up all predetermined who watch the streams, and then they send me the money, my own money, at the end of the stream. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, huh? You really think I'm sending myself my own money? Some things are just wild, and this is just like one of the weirdest things I've ever heard in my fucking life. It just doesn't make any fucking sense at all. but these idiots say shit like this constantly. You're right. Now the other one is here's the other one that was a common one. Well, Phil may, it looks like Phil hit the tip's goal, but he didn't, because he actually didn't hit the tip's goal in the normal allotted time for the stream. He went overtime, and overtime doesn't count. So anything that came in after overtime doesn't count towards the tip's goal. It's just what? So I was streaming, but because I went past the normal allotted time, doesn't count. That's cheating. You violated the rules, dude. It's just, to me, like, what is going on? What the fuck is happening on this planet that we have people who, number one, obsess about me this much? This is just crazy to me that there are people that obsess about me this much to begin with. It's not healthy. Let's be honest here. It's not healthy to obsess about someone, all right? Let alone a content creator like me who's not even big anymore. I mean, I was only big on YouTube for about maybe 2-3 years tops, okay? It's been a long time since I've been really, popular or be considered popular. Do I have a hardcore following of people that like what I do and support me no matter where I go and what I do? Yes. But am I popular in terms of anything on the internet? No. Absolutely not. And in the truth also here, when you really think about it, when you look at myself and you compare me to other streamers that are considered controversial streamers and stuff, I think I'm pretty tame. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at the controversies surrounding me, most of them are fabricated by people outside of my streams. They're not even me. They just make shit up. The biggest conspiracy theories have nothing to do with me or anything I've ever done on my streams, right? And that's the things people blow up to be, like, over dramatic. So, I'm sorry. You look at people like Wings of Redemption or LTG or one of these other people who people constantly bring up on my streams with their own negative memes and shit. And they're like, man, these guys, the stuff that they get into and the stuff that they do and get in trouble for is way beyond anything that happens on your content. So it's weird that you get the kind of hate that you do, Phil, when these people are like, levels above, levels beyond the stuff that would happen on any of your streams. All right. And by the way, I just want to say this. I'm not insulting those guys at all. I'm just saying those guys seem to always embroil themselves in controversy. Sometimes I would say intentionally and sometimes not, but it seems like they just constantly are involved in that shit. I mean, just in the last year, LTG getting into this big feud with a transgender content creator / competitive gamer, getting himself banned from Evo and stuff like that, right? And I mean, I'm not even going to get into the shit about Wings because people just constantly talk about it on my streams. It's to the point where it's like, I think I probably know more about Wings than most people, only because of people talking about him on my streams, the crazy shit that happens in that guy's life, right? But the point I'm making here is, I am small potatoes, and I barely ever get involved with controversy. Though the one thing this year that was controversial with me, sadly, was something I couldn't avoid: my bankruptcy proceedings, because those had to be made public, right? There was nothing I could do about that. That was a public filing. There was no way for me to avoid having that go public. As very, I didn't want that to be public. I wanted that to be private. And there was nothing I could do about it. It's just, that's how that process works, is it goes public no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, that really sucked that it went down that way and that people had to be up in my fucking business constantly because they wanted to do all this crazy research into my private shit. But that's just how it happened, Did that have anything to do with stuff that I did on my streams or whatever? No. But that became the big controversy involving me this year, okay? But the point I'm making here is, compared to other people, all right, who are out there, who people tend to talk about constantly, in regards to like controversial content, and why in the holy hell do I have this crazy level following? I can't figure it out. I really can't at this point. Like, maybe years and years ago, when I was, controversial in the things I said, the dumb shit that I did on my stream. I wouldn't say on my streams, but on my YouTube videos and stuff, right? Maybe back then I could understand, but Why do I have a community? That's what it is. It's a community, a cult-like following of people who follow me for really disgusting negative reasons. And the fact that I have any level of success at all is so insulting to them. You know, they just can't handle it. It irks them so badly. It destroys their worldview that I would have any success. You know, that when something does happen. So last night the Vest streak was going to end. Oh my God, it actually continued again. We've got to now find crazy justifications for why this didn't happen, or you know what I mean? Crazy conspiracy theories. Phil tipped himself, or he has a network of people set up to tip him only when the Vest streak's going to end, so that it'll never end, or you know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. This behavior is not normal nor acceptable. It's nuts. This shit that people come up with. The Vest streak, it didn't actually continue. You know, he hit it in overtime, so it doesn't count. What? What does that even mean? Like, is there some unwritten rule set for streamers that says you can only, you know, have contributions during a certain set period of streaming time? After that, it doesn't count. What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's not logical. There's nothing behind it that has any kind of foot in reality. It's complete nonsense. It's insanity, the stuff that these people are saying. And it's like, I have to laugh. You know, I sat there last night. I purposely didn't really say anything publicly about it. I just wanted to sit there and laugh as these tweets came in. I'm like, dude, this is wild. That these people have so much free time at this point. They've got so much going on, you know. They have nothing to do with their lives at all. They just sit on the internet to shit on me. And all they did is sat here and made up excuses all night. They said, they're circle jerk communities. They sat around. How can we spin this as a negative for Phil? I know he didn't really hit it. Or I know he barely hit it, so it doesn't count. Or nah, even though he did hit it, it doesn't count because he did it in overtime. It's like, what the fuck? Where do you ever think this is a good use of your time? And I know I've said this before, but ladies and gentlemen, we all have one life to live. One life. That's all we're going to get. Don't try to fool yourself into thinking you're going to get 25 chances at this thing. You're not. You're going to get one chance at life. And what you got to do in life, you got to try to do your best. You got to try to make the most of it. And I'm going to give you all a big spoiler alert. All right? Wasting your time, your life on the internet, trolling a dude of my level is a complete waste of your life. You could be doing literally anything else on this planet, and you would get more out of life than just sitting here trolling someone of my level, of my following, my popularity. It's such a waste of time. It's actually quite sad, because these people one day are going to realize this, and they're going to say, oh, fuck, what the hell did I do with my life? That this is what I did. I literally sat here with this circle-jerking community of people, and all I did was troll on some random fucking dude that doesn't matter on the internet. And they're going to realize this and be like, oh, fuck me. Like, I could have been doing anything else. And this is how I wasted my life away. You know, like, I can't fathom any kind of logical justification. I just can't. It doesn't make sense. It's insanity 101 to waste your life like this. Oh my God. Phil almost had the Vest streak end, but then it didn't. We gotta fix this, man. We gotta troll this. Like, what the fuck? It's incredibly disturbing. It really is. Okay? So anyway, I had a very good laugh last night reading the absolute ridiculous, over-the-top stupidity and nonsense from these fucking people. And wow. I really have to say, wow. Mind blown. Sufficiently mind blown by how these people act and what they do. Anyway, this being said, guys, today's a new day. Today's a new day of streaming content, a new day of fun, a new day of good stuff on the stream. First thing that happens today, right? I turn on the stream and someone says, "Are you sure you want to play Morrowind tonight, man? Because, after last night, man, that, you sure that's the game you want to be playing tonight, man?" It's like, are you kidding me? Really? So now, because we had a night where the vest streak was close to ending, now all of a sudden, I'm not allowed to play games that I want to play. You know what I mean? Like, now, what? What? Oh my God. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. All right, a little bit of a insider info, if you will. All right. It doesn't matter what game I play, because I'm a variety streamer. I mean, there are a few small exceptions, okay? But in general, it doesn't matter what game I play, all right? I have a variety of content that I put out on a daily basis, and I like that. I like that I'm a variety streamer, and I'm not putting out the same kind of content all the time. I like that on any given stream, any given day, you can see something different on my streams. I actually really enjoy that, and I pride myself on that, because a lot of people don't have success doing that. They have to focus in on one thing that they're really good at, and I don't have to do that. I get to enjoy a wide variety of stuff on my streams. Okay? So that being said, I don't have to worry about a certain kind of game bringing a certain kind of level of contribution. The exception I would say is sometimes if you play a hot AAA release at release, yes, you'll definitely see some hype there, and probably a lot of it is artificial. It's based off the fact that there's a brand new release out, and people are excited to see me play it, and that's different. But in regards to just my general streaming practices, okay, in general, it doesn't matter if I'm playing a hot new release, an old school game, a viewer's choice game, an RPG, a third-person shooter action game. It doesn't matter if it's an early stream or it's a late-night stream. It really doesn't matter. Contributions, all right, can happen for any game, and contributions are varied greatly, and there's no control that I have over that. I'll give you a perfect example. 2 weeks ago, I did a Street Fighter late-night stream on a Friday night like I usually do, and for whatever reason, contributions that night were low, and the streak almost ended, and then all of a sudden at the very end of the stream, similar to last night, there was a rally, and because of that rally we hit the goal. All right, it was last minute, and then after that everyone was like, "Man, Phil, maybe you should just cancel Street Fighter altogether, because it looks like Street Fighter, doesn't really bring in the contributions." And I said, "No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I enjoy playing Throwback Street Fighter once a week. I know that I have a group of people who like to see the Throwback Street Fighter once a week. So I'm not going to say, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. That would be ridiculous. Let's just continue to do it and see what happens." So this week, just 2 weeks later, okay? 2 weeks later, I'm playing Street Fighter, and, immediately as I start the stream, someone tips me $100, and then over the course of the stream, I raise over another, 100-something bucks. So 1 week, I barely hit the goal. Another week, I made more than double the goal. Do you see what I'm saying, the point I'm making? It doesn't matter what I'm playing. It doesn't matter, what's going on here on the streams. The contributions come in when people are feeling positive and they want to support. It doesn't have to do directly correlated with the content I'm putting out on the stream at that moment. In fact, it's quite the contrary, because a lot of people watch me on YouTube, and then when they get a chance, they'll come over here to the stream and they'll throw me a tip and say, "Wow, I'm watching a playthrough on YouTube, and I'm really grateful for you putting out the videos for so long, so here's some support." That doesn't even have a correlation to anything I'm doing on stream. That has to do with on-demand YouTube views, you see? So, no, I'm not worried about tonight. I'm playing Morrowind, and because I'm playing an old-school RPG, and it doesn't have sky-high attendance, that we're not going to hit the vest goal, and I'm basically shooting myself in the foot. That's ludicrous. That's absolutely ludicrous. By the way, I played Morrowind many, many times during the course of this vest streak that's now gone 180 streams, and we've hit the tips goal. during those streams. So, no, I'm not concerned about tonight's Morrowind stream, not hitting the goal and stuff like that. That's ludicrous. That would be really stupid of me, actually, to make that kind of judgment at all. So, no, it's still going down, all right? So, in summary, folks, last night, the Vest streak almost ended. It was incredibly close to ending. But thank you to those who were here and who did contribute and allowed it to continue through your contributions. That is very greatly appreciated. I'm sure everyone appreciates it because we've really enjoyed this, 3-4 months of positivity. We want to see it continue. I've got plans in place for the 200 Vest celebration streak. Looking for ideas for the DSP tries it. Right now, the idea we got is the Popeyes chicken sandwich that people have wanted to see me try for like the longest time, and I haven't yet. But very well, we can come up with something different as well if it's something better comes up. I've also ordered a bunch of stuff for this event. So obviously we all want to see it happen, right? But if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world either. Contributions are not mandatory on my streams. I'm super grateful for those who do contribute and allow this streak to continue. But it's not, understand that, it's not mandatory. It's not something that's expected of anyone. And if it does eventually end, which it is going to eventually end, it's okay. People don't need to freak out about, oh my God, it's coming to an end or whatever, okay? Now, we almost didn't hit the streak last night. Today, I don't know what's going to happen, all right? But I've been saying this recently. I don't want to have another stream where the entire last hour of the stream is people freaking out on stream about not hitting the goal. It really, it stresses me out because that's the last thing I want to be talking about. Yet it becomes like this all-encompassing thing. And it's really fucking annoying when I can't concentrate on the game and have fun with the game I'm playing because for some reason all people want to talk about is the Vest streak, the Vest streak, the Vest streak, the Vest streak. All right, so number one, I don't want that to happen. Please, if you're on the stream, don't do that if it comes down to it at the end of the stream. But I will also say this. If you are planning on contributing today, all right, if you're thinking, gee, maybe I would like to contribute and let this Vest streak continue. If you're going to contribute to the tips goal, please do it sooner rather than later. Please help me to avoid the needless and nonsensical drama that these people tend to like to cause when, we haven't immediately hit the goal. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. Now, let us talk about what I'm actually doing on streams for the next few days. Let's see, what's in store. Okay? So today we're continuing on with Deadly Premonition 2. And now I've played it for 2 days. And people are like, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts about the game now that you've played it for 2 sessions? Has it grown on you at all? Or do you feel that it's worse? Oh, man. Well, first of all, the game plays like shit. All right? I mean, no one's going to dispute this fact. The game runs like fucking shit. And it's not getting any better. It's not. I don't think it's going to get any better. There's rumors that the game developer is trying to get the game patched. I realistically don't think we're going to get a patch for this game in time because I'm playing the game constantly this week in order to get as far as I can because we got Ghost of Tsushima as well as Paper Mario right around the corner. So I don't have time to wait for a patch to come in and possibly make the game any better. All right? I don't. So we're going to be playing it constantly. And that being said, I'm going to be playing it with a low frame rate at all. All right? When you're outside of this game, the game is pretty much unplayable. All right? It is. The frame rate is so bad that it's not fun to do things outside, which is a shame because the game has a giant open world map. The whole point is to be able to roam through this open world and explore and find items out here in the wild and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they designed the game to have a lot to it in that regard, and it's very hard to enjoy it when you can't see anything because the frame rate is so bad. All right? It just is. It sucks because it looks like the level design is all right. I like that it has an open world. You can get around. You can find stuff in the world and random encounters that are silly and stuff. But, there's got to be a line drawn where you're like, okay, this is just not playable. And that's the level that it is when you're outside in this. It's not playable. It's very, very frustrating. Now, yesterday, I got to the first dungeon of the game, all right? Which I didn't even know there were dungeons in this game because I was, almost 7 hours in, and I hadn't found one yet. But there are dungeons in this game, okay? And the dungeon was actually fun. The dungeon was very repetitive, but to actually have gunplay and combat like there was in the first game, it was refreshing that this was in the game. I was like, this is good, that they put this in, that it's not just all walking around investigation. I was actually nervous that they had made the game purely open world, like all the combat was going to be in the open world, and since the open world was shit, I was nervous that the game actually was going to overall be pretty bad. But now that we saw the first dungeon, at least you can see they're going to have that combat, all right? And there was a boss fight as well, and the boss fight was interesting. So, yeah, it's not all bad. When you get into enclosed areas, it wasn't bad. It was actually fun to do that first dungeon. And in addition to that, the story itself is very intriguing. I mean, let's be honest here. It's one of the weirdest, quirkiest stories in a long time. Very on par with the weirdness of the story of the original Deadly Premonition. So in general, I am actually having fun with the game. Does it suck that we have to put up with really bad graphics and performance? Yeah, it does suck. No one should be paying $50 in 2020 to get a game that runs this poorly. It's ludicrous. But this is what we're getting, okay? Now, a lot of people have told me they're happy I'm playing the game because there's no way they were going to pay for the game and play it as badly as it runs and everything. But because I'm playing it, now they get to see the game. And you know what? That's awesome. That's what I'm going for. That's why I do what I do. Because I want you guys to get something great out of my streams. And if that's what it is, regardless of the fact that I'm playing a great game or whatever, okay, I wasn't going to get this game because it runs like shit. But Phil's playing it. I get to see a fun playthrough of it. I like his commentary during the story developments and the like. Awesome. Awesome. That's what I'm going for. So I love hearing that. So thank you for sharing that. And I hope that's the case for a lot of people, that they'll check out the playthrough solely on curiosity factor, because maybe they wanted to see the game for themselves but don't want to drop the money for the game running like shit. Okay? I hear that. So, good stuff, and we're continuing on today. Another major stream. And I know this is the third straight day, but let's be honest here. The game's quirky and fun, and it's kind of neat to continue on with it like this, especially because there's an ongoing murder mystery. Every day you're learning a little bit more about it. It's good. It almost sounds like a Heavy Rain vibe or whatever, right? Excuse me. Now, I'm going to continue on with this being my main focus this week, okay? Why? Because we've got Ghost of Tsushima and the new Paper Mario coming out on Friday, and I want to get as far into this game as possible before those come out, because I know once those come out, those are going to be my focus, okay? So it makes sense for me to play as much of this game as possible, get as far as I can, maybe even get to the end and beat it before Friday hits, and then we've got those other new releases people want to see way more, and that becomes my focus, okay? So today, more Deadly Premonition 2 on the main gameplay stream, all right? Tonight, we already talked about this, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, all right? That's going to be the late night stream, the return to Morrowind. I've not played this now in about a month. The last time that we were playing, we were basically doing missions for the guy who apparently is like the head thief in the world, like he's the master of thieves, and they all listen to him or something. It's hard to understand really, but that's kind of the lore, is that he's in charge of all the thieves, and we're doing missions for him. Now we could keep doing those, or if you guys want to see me do something completely different, we could do that too. It's really up to you guys. You guys know Morrowind better than me. It's my first time ever playing it. So if you think that there's something more worthwhile of our time tonight to do, by all means, share tonight. Let me know what you want to see me do in Morrowind. All right? So, let's see what happens tonight with Morrowind. Okay? Tomorrow, more Deadly Premonition 2 on the main gameplay stream. Okay? Going to delve even further into this oddity of a game. And then Monday night, it's going to be the return of Animal Crossing. I've had a lot of fun over the last week playing Animal Crossing with the new diving mechanics in the game. It gives a whole new, level of stuff to do outside of just fishing and catching bugs and the like. So I've had a lot of fun with that, and I want to keep that up tomorrow night as the last thing I do before my break. So that's chill Animal Crossing tomorrow night. Tuesday, I'm off from streaming. That's my day off, as you guys know. I'll be back on Wednesday with more than likely more Deadly Premonition. Okay? Now, will that be the end? I don't know. But it will be probably Deadly Premonition that day. The late stream is kind of up in the air. I was thinking of doing some Fire Emblem. I guess we'll see. And also, it'll probably depend on how far I am in Deadly Premonition, too. On Thursday, maybe the conclusion of Deadly Premonition. All right? I guess we'll see. But that's what I'm thinking is probably Thursday. I'll be able to get as far as I can in the game, maybe even wrap it up. And Thursday night is going to be my throwback Street Fighter session. Why on Thursday when usually I do it on Friday? Well, because Friday is double new release day. So I'm not going to be playing Street Fighter on a day when there's 2 new games to play, see? So I switched the days up. Friday will be the release of Ghost of Tsushima, as well as Paper Mario and the Origami King. So I'll be playing both of those games. You know, Ghost of Tsushima on the main stream, Mario on the late stream. Saturday will probably be more of the same. Sunday, maybe I'll flip the streams, depending on how much we're liking the games and stuff. We'll see. But basically, my focus this weekend is primarily on the new releases. Does that mean that every single stream will be the new releases? Not necessarily. Maybe I will take some time out to switch back. If I need to keep playing Deadly Premonition, maybe we'll do some late night chill stuff eventually. But, you know, my main focus for the weekend is going to be the new releases. Fair enough? Okay. All right, good stuff. All right, guys. So, outside of everything that we just talked about, all right, we have a tier 2 subs goal for the month, 765 subs. If we hit this, 765 concurrent subs, I will be doing 2 games for the Viewer's Choice event instead of 1. So please consider subscribing to the channel if you are not a current subscriber. There are many positive benefits to being a subscriber of the channel, including getting access to over 40 emotes, not having to watch advertisements, and getting a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. Speaking of Viewer's Choice, yes, the nominations process is still running. You can still nominate stuff for this for, you know, at least the next, you know, half of a week to coming week. I'm thinking that next weekend is when I'm going to actually take the nominations and turn them into the poll, okay, by which you guys can vote and determine what games or what game will actually be the Viewer's Choice game for a full playthrough. So please keep doing so. ! Viewer's Choice. All right, in the stream chat, that's the link that brings up the well, that's the command that brings up the link, so you can go nominate games. Please keep doing that over the course of this week, okay? All right, outside of that, that's really all I have to talk about. So let's get to shout-outs here, guys. Oh my god, everything's locked up. I'd like to do shout-outs if I can get this thing to unfreeze. Give me a second here. Whew. A little rough around the edges today. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, I got it unfrozen. Thank God. All right, so we start off with Purple Stain, who resubscribed for 9 months in a row overnight. Thank you for the resub and the support, Purple Stain. I appreciate that. Golden Colts did a 50-bit cheer overnight. Thank you, Golden Colts. R. Breezy started the cheering today with a 100-bit cheer. Said, did you ever try Katz's Deli during your time in New York? $22 for a pastrami sandwich. No, never had Katz's Deli. I am aware there are many good delis and the like in New York City. I never actually eaten at a New York deli. I've had New York style pizza before. I've had 2 different New York pizzerias I've gone to. Both times the pizza was freaking insanely good. I can still, to this day, I can remember it, what it tasted like, because it was so goddamn different and good, man. But I never eaten at a New York deli, which is kind of a shame, because I've actually heard that there's really good delis, you know, in New York to get really great food. Maybe someday, but hasn't happened yet. Alice Telemon cheered. He said, Street Fighter Friday was very fun. It felt like a 2010 Street Fighter 4 session, laughing, good matches, and good opponents. Right. And, okay, let's be honest here, Atlas Telemon and everybody else. One of the major reasons why, because we hit the tip skull right away, and because of that, there was no pressure. We're going to hit it, and I didn't have to talk about it for the entirety of the stream. Instead, it was solely about, let's just play games and have fun. And because of that, the stream was like stress-free. So I was able to really enjoy the matches. Some of the connections were quite good. It was good variety in gameplay. I was whooping ass. I had a few really great win streaks. In addition, recently as I'm playing, I've been playing with different characters. Like I play Oro now in Third Strike, and I've been playing Gen or Jen, however you pronounce it, in Alpha 3, and actually been doing pretty good with the variety of gameplay and stuff. So, you know, it was a great session. It absolutely was. I agree with you, and it felt good. It felt refreshing. It didn't, it felt like something of the old school. I would like to keep them like that every week, but it's very tough, especially like I said, when you got people constantly bugging, hey, tip skull. It's like, oh, I just want to play games, man. I wish people wouldn't turn into that, but they do, sadly. Okay, Nose Vacuum. That 100-bit cheer says, try Cat's homemade cooking for DSP tries it. All right, stupid. Only Iced Coffee did 100-bit cheer and said KFC donut chicken sandwich. Oh, God. Donut chicken sandwich? They have a sandwich with donuts? Do they? That's disgusting. KFC, I wouldn't want to eat any donut made at KFC. Is this real? Is this real? Do they actually have this at KFC? Let me look this up. I don't see it. Nope. Sandwiches. Nope. The only sandwiches they have is the crispy kernel sandwich and the chicken little. That's it. So maybe they had it at one point, but they don't have it anymore. From what I can see here, it doesn't exist. That sounds gross, dude. It really does. So right now, the number one thing people are considering is the Popeyes chicken sandwich, which was so popular last year. All right, I think that's our top contender for now for the next DSP tries it. Okay. So Only Iced Coffee did another cheer. This is a 200-bit cheer this time. Let's get him up on the leaderboard because that's the biggest cheer of the day so far. Okay. He says, in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you hit a tips goal 1 minute into the stream or the literal last second of a stream, as long as you hit the goal before you press the stop broadcasting button, it counts regardless. Right. Any logical person would say that. They would say there's no weird criteria or rules about hitting a goal, a tips goal. No one wrote a rule set about fundraising on Twitch and how it works. It's however it happens, But that's what I mean. When I have success, these people who hate me so much, because again, they're obsessed, crazy people who waste their life doing this, they then have to try to find some weird way to justify or you know what I mean? Try to rationalize this, even though it's completely irrational. In their twisted brains, it's rational to say Phil didn't hit the tips goal because it happened in overtime. That's how crazy they are, But, it's just stupidity. Ace Cheers, I'll be honest, I don't condone the concept of the vest streak. I think it's dumb. I'm not sure why people want to keep paying for someone to wear a vest. But with that being said, I don't complain night and day about it because at the end of the day, I have no say on what people do with their money, nor do others have any say on what I do with mine. So let people spend their money how they want, regardless of whether or not you agree to disagree with them. Well, there you go. Actual sense from someone who actually doesn't like the vest streak goal, but is speaking logic. Holy shit. Let people like what they like. Let people spend their money how they want. It's none of your fucking business. If they do something you don't approve, then don't pay attention to it. Stop obsessing over it like a loser who wastes their fucking life. Correct. Ace has won the day. Okay. Superhound tipped $25. Thank you, Superhound, for the first tip of the day. And thank you for the very generous level tip. That was the wrong thing that I just pushed. Much appreciated. And that gets us a quarter to our tips goal already. So thank you very much, Superhound. DJ CTE subscribed to the channel for 4 months. Thank you, DJ, for the 4 months of support. Appreciate it. Only Iced Coffee cheered again. He says, who fucking cares if you went overtime? The farms probably don't even know the difference between their own ass and a hole in the ground. Well, there you go. Well, Grain cheers. He says, are you not going to cover the Ubisoft press conference like you did with Sony? No, I don't care. Undoubtedly, Ubisoft will talk about a few things, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Watch Dogs Legion. All right? There's no reason for me to sit there and watch their press conference for that, because it's just going to be a little bit of tidbit of info that will easily be on the internet right after. It's not like the Sony event where we were seeing, oh my God, first time info about its slew of games and actual concrete console info we've been waiting for forever. It's nothing like that. Ubisoft press conference every year is a dud. All right? It really is. Just being honest. They usually talk about shit no one cares about, like the next fucking, another Tom Clancy game, another stupid fucking, sports game no one cares about, like something like snowboarding or something. And then fucking, Just Dance. It's like, dude, why am I watching this? Every year when I watch the Ubisoft conference at E3, I'm like, why am I watching this? I'm not wasting my time on it this year. But I will definitely talk about the information about these games once it's available on the internet. But there's no way I'm wasting my fucking time and taking time away from, gameplay streaming for this nonsense. I'll just watch it later, okay? Fair enough? All right. By the way, very briefly, I don't want to go crazy about this. Ubisoft basically is having a culling. They are cutting a ton of management and firing them because there's a giant sexual misconduct scandal going on at Ubisoft of either people doing sexual misconduct or people covering up sexual misconduct, including the leadership. So you may notice that the upper structure of Ubisoft is changing dramatically. It's actually quite funny. Ubisoft put out a message today saying, please understand that what we're doing, the Ubisoft Forward event today, is already pre-recorded, so it does not reflect our current company. So what I get the feeling is some of the people who are quitting or are getting fired are in this fucking video today. So you're going to have people, the guy who was the head of the creative of Ubisoft, who basically led the charge for the company to make a ton of open world games and also a ton of fucking microtransactions and a ton of, that kind of shit. He's gone, but I guarantee you he's probably in the video today. Pretty funny. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. We don't want to keep talking about idiots and the sexual misconduct that they've been performing. ATS 318 Cheers says, you're obviously giving people a heads up so they won't end up being disappointed when the streak ends. I don't get it because it's supporting you at the end of the day, so why are people pissed when the streak keeps going or if you bring it up? Because they're jealous. Because these people hate me for irrational reasons. There's no rational justification for them to go to the level of obsession and hatred towards me that they have. And then when they see me successful, they get so jealous that someone they don't like and they feel makes terrible content is getting success. That's what it is. That's exactly 100% what it is. And all you got to do is go read some of the shit they put up to see it seethes through the fucking pages of the forum when you read it. It's like, oh my God, these people really are like Loserville 101. Like, just get a life and you won't have to fucking be like this anymore. But they can't help themselves. Nose Vacuum cheered. He says, do you think the vest streak is becoming less and less positive over time? No, I don't think it's less positive. What I think it is sadly because the streak has gone on so long, people are like, just like anything else with drama, right? There's people who are rooting to see it end. At the same time, there's just as many people rooting to see it continue, and we're all along for the ride. And I am having difficulty when we have a stream like last night, controlling the stream and veering us away from just talking about the vest streak constantly. I don't want my streams to become that. Yes, is it a part of the stream? Yes. Can we talk about it? Yes. Do I want it to be an hour straight of vest? No. I want us to actually be playing a game and having fun. Okay? There's a difference between I'm playing Animal Crossing and fishing and we're talking about the vest streak versus I'm doing an actual super important boss fight with major plot developments in Fire Emblem and I can't concentrate because everyone's talking about the vest. You see the difference? So that's the difference. And this is something new. I've never had anything like this happen on stream before. It's been a few months. I'm trying to handle it properly. Just like everything, I'm learning on the fly. You know, you guys have seen me change and evolve and become a different kind of content creator in the last 3 years. This is something very different. I'm trying to figure out how to handle it properly. And, you know, I'm sure some people feel like I'm doing a good job and some people feel like I'm doing a terrible job. You know, and everyone's welcome to that opinion, but I'm doing my best, all right? I'm going to try to make it so it's not constantly just about the vest, the vest, the vest. All right? An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to mobile game addict. Gee, I wonder what that could possibly be a reference to. I wonder if that could possibly be a reference to a detractor being. Anyway, let's continue on. Kurosawa Kid cheered. He said, please skip Morrowind. I'm scared for the vest. No, we're playing Morrowind tonight. Retro Jim cheered. He said, I just completed Deadly Premonition 2. I mostly kept to the story. I did do a few side missions. My final playtime is 20 hours, 22 minutes. Okay. Right now, I believe we're about 8 hours into it, 7 to 8 hours. So we'll see, you know, how we progress here over the course of the week. Thank you for that info. Alpha Merch resubscribed for 13 months. Thank you very much, Alpha Merch, for the ongoing support. Hidden Chakra did a 420-bit cheer. That's the biggest cheer of the day, so let's get Hidden Chakra up on the leaderboard. And Superhound did a $25 tip. Again, he's asking me to unblock him on Twitter. Well, I don't know why you were blocked on Twitter to begin with. And I'm not going to Twitter right now, just to warn you. I'm not going to Twitter right now on the pre-stream. If you want me to look into it, I would say email me. Email me at darkstarvilla@hotmail.com and give me your Twitter handle and tell me why you think you got blocked. I'll look into it, okay? But if you're blocked on Twitter, there's probably a good reason, because I don't block people on Twitter without them spamming me or sending me really stupid, insulting messages. Okay? Okay. Oh, really? Teo Streams says Superhound's the guy who striked your Twitter account? Oh, is he really? I don't even remember this. I don't even fucking remember this shit. I don't. I wonder if this is the real guy or just someone trolling. Shit. Don't know. I don't know. The tips are legit, at least. You know, for now. Doesn't mean that if this really is this guy, that he wouldn't try to, like, you know, charge me back for these tips or whatever. But they're legit for now. Okay. Anyway, let's do some quick shout-outs. Let's do shout-outs for cheers. Top cheers of the week. And by the way, last chance to get on the top cheers leaderboard for the week because it will reset overnight. Okay? In 10th place, we got Ryan. 9th place, I Killed Phil. 8th place, Carlton Jr. 7th place, RPG Fan. 6th place, Crapcock. 5th place, Timbo Slice. 4th place, Diabolic 444. 3rd place, with a 2,000-bit cheer, Shadow the Hedgehog. 2nd place, Awesomeness Kaboom. And 1st place, Only Iced Coffee. Thank you guys for the cheering support this week. And then, of course, thank you to those who gifted subscriptions this week. We've got I Killed Phil, Lunaba, Retro Parasite, AJ the DJ, Mature Adult, and Pizza Pasta, who all gifted a single sub. Old McLeod7 gifted 5 subscriptions. Shy LeBut gifted 6 subscriptions. And Only Iced Coffee gifted me 17 subscriptions. All right, guys, let's take a break. I have to use the restroom. Come back. Deadly Premonition 2. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right.